Power comes in different forms. And sometimes we are so focused on what we think power should be that we forget what is our natural source of power. I'm saying this because what if we don't feel powerful? And I post videos where I say, don't forget how powerful you are. Everyone can pay attention to a message, but it might only resonate at a certain time in our life. Today I want to address the question, which is, what do I do if I don't feel powerful? First of all, I think we sometimes forget to define what power means to us. We see someone with a lot of approval, a lot of abundance in their lives, and because we don't have these things, or we don't feel there yet, we might start to feel like we are not powerful. The most powerful thing you can do when you're not at a place where you want to be is simply admitting that to yourself. The power in that is honesty, because honesty with yourself is the first step to anything. Sometimes when we don't feel powerful, the power in us is feeling that guilt, that jealousy, and that shame, and accepting that we feel these emotions and using it in a way that benefits you. Sometimes these bitter emotions can push us further. For people that feel shame, guilt for not being where they should be in life, the power lays in that competitive edge that exists within you. Because truly, someone who goes at their own pace and doesn't really care about where other people are at wouldn't really feel any shame or guilt in being where they're at. They can feel dissatisfied and sad, but they won't feel that jealousy, that anger, etc. What I'm trying to say is that being powerful doesn't just mean being extroverted, being successfully abundant, and being at a place where you don't have to worry. Being powerful means being honest with yourself. Where are you at now? And what is the first step that can be taken? See, I remember when I started working out, and I did it because I knew something had to change, and I was 15 years old at the time, and I did it because I knew I could be more. I knew I could do better. I knew I could look seriously better. And I would look around and compare myself to people in school. And there was obviously people much prettier, much nicer, much smarter. But I didn't see anyone being really fit. And obviously at 15, 16, most of the time, teenagers don't care about that stuff. And I thought to myself, this is an edge that I can have. This is something that I can have to be better in my own way. And come to find out that not only did I have this instinct for a reason, but I actually did have amazing genetic, amazing endurance, amazing athletic performances, which all comes down to repetition and practice. But what I mean is that I gave myself a chance at starting something and doing it because, in a sense, I did not feel powerful, special, or like I deserved anything more, any more attention, more special treatment, or more favor than anybody else. In my eyes, everyone else around me had an edge of their own. And not only am I sure now that all these people I would look around at and think as so much better than I was when I was 16 did not feel that way about themselves, most likely, because our experience is not unique. And so if I felt that way, so many other people could have felt that way as well, you know? But also that power is something that must be realistic. The word power sounds grandiose, and sometimes we think that to be powerful, we must achieve to become untouchable, special, incredible. But coming back to my example, even when I got fit, even when I got to the point where I did have that edge, in the sense where I was fit, where a majority of people were not, I didn't feel any better about myself. I didn't feel like because I was fit now, I could be more important than people. And so, what was next? And then from there, I found power in other areas of my life, believing in my talents, believing in my potential, believing in my intelligence, believing in my artistic abilities, how spontaneous I am, and how I can connect with people easily. And every step along the way, deciding to believe more into my talents and what I am capable of, made me more and more powerful, because less and less things could make me question my self-esteem. Now, am I saying that confidence equals power? No, because self-esteem is not the same thing as confidence, and you'll see people talking about how to be confident and confidence all day long, wearing a mask, still not loving themselves, but feeling confident in their abilities. Self-esteem is that nurturing action that happens with yourself, within yourself, and for yourself. It's taking the bad days one by one and not blaming yourself for it. It's accepting the failures without needing to explain to people why or trying to justify these failures. It's understanding that everything will happen for you because you are working with you and not against you. You are willing to be honest and vulnerable, and so whatever is at the end of the line, whatever outcome there exists, must be aligned with your values and who you have become. At the end of the day, power is remaining humble. And you remain humble by never stepping into a grandiose sense of self where you deserve everything, you're more important than everyone, you are so special, because you're not. I am not. And if I would have thought this way for 1 second in my life, I would have never pushed myself as hard as I did when I needed to. today I'm really using my own experience and examples because it's subjective. At the end of the day, you have the choice, the free will, to listen to everything I said and disagree. And I think this is what makes human interactions interesting. And I also think that the more I talk to you about things that really matter to me and important values that I have, the more we can relate, or we can discuss, or we can learn from one another. While I certainly don't have all the answers, I know for sure that remaining humble, remaining honest with yourself, and looking at what is given to you in the present moment is powerful. Because that way you never get attached to it. You don't identify your worth to it. You know it could be taken away every single day. But you know deep down in your heart that you've built all the skills required to build it again and again and again. I think power can be quiet. Power can be peace. Power can be abundance. Power can be vulnerability. Power can be connections, humanity, happiness, fulfillment. But your real power is everything that you've been through. All these lessons, they were just there to show you that you can surpass every obstacle your way. Never forget how powerful you are. And there is power in a lot of different things.